G'day, it's Jamie, and welcome to Where's My Yowie. Today, I'm reading an old newspaper report about a Thylacoleo, or big cat sighting, at Beaumaris, Victoria, in 1952. So we'll get into it. This was published in the Maryborough Chronicle on Monday, the 11th of August, 1952, titled Yangari's Lion's Wife in Melbourne. August 10th. 6 residents at Beaumaris, a Bayside Melbourne suburb, claim that they saw a lioness potting about the district yesterday, but the mystery of the thing was still unsolved tonight. 2 women, Mrs. Betty Cleveland and Mrs. Agnes Maidham, are absolutely certain it was a lioness, nearly 3 feet high. Although the winter quarters of Perry's Circus are only half a mile from where the animal was seen, the proprietors insist that none of their 4 lionesses had been out of the cage. Mrs. Cleveland said today, "My friend Mrs. Maidham and I were washing dishes at 1:45 p.m. when I saw through the kitchen window a lioness come out of the thick scrub. It came to within 50 yards of the window and stopped at a waterhole. Then it padded about 100 yards up a slight rise, sat down and started washing its face with its paws, just like a cat. It was about 2 feet 6 high. It wasn't a dog because I know dogs. I breed them," she said. Then the lioness suddenly sprang up and bounded into the scrub. Mr. H. Thomas, another Beaumaris resident, said that it was too big for a cat and it was not a dog. "I just don't know what sort of animal it was," he said. "Police cannot explain the mystery animal, and residents are concerned because if it were a wild animal, it is still at large." The end. That's pretty interesting. I'd love to know what they're seeing. 6 people saw it, but I'd love to know whether it was an African lioness or a Thylacoleo. It's interesting too that there's a circus nearby that stores their animals during the winter, and they had 4 lionesses, and they say none of them have been out of the cage. So I don't know whether maybe one got out and it got back in and they didn't tell anybody, who knows. But Mrs. Cleveland and Mrs. Maidham were doing the dishes, and they saw through the kitchen window a lioness come out of the scrub. It went to a waterhole and had a drink, and then it went up a small hill and then started washing its face with its paws just like a cat. And she said it wasn't a dog because I know dogs because I breed them. And then Mr. H. Thomas said it was too big for a cat and it was not a dog. So it makes you wonder exactly what they were seeing. Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, that's it from me. I'll get back to you all next time. Bye.